I need you to get off your couch and vote.
Well, you heard it right there. If you haven't cast your ballot just yet, the clock is ticking. Today's the last day to vote early here in South Florida. You still have several hours before the polls close for early voting.
Election day is this Tuesday. People are lined up. They're ready to vote. We have Local 10's Trent Kelly.
And he's live from a polling station in Miami Gardens with a look at those preparing to vote. Good morning, Trent.
Hey there, good morning, Alex and Andrew. Yeah, that line was actually right here at the North Dade Regional Library. A small line of people waiting to cast their ballot early right as the polls opened up at 7 a.m. Polls now officially open until 7 o'clock tonight, and you can see things are fairly busy here, at least for a midterm cycle, with several voters trickling in every now and then. Things likely to get even busier later as the traditional Souls to the Polls events take place. All this as the candidates and their surrogates continue to get their message out to voters, including former President Trump, who will be making a stop in South Florida in just a few hours.
Voting early is easier than waiting until the actual day, because then it's a longer process.
People lining up early to cast a ballot in Miami Gardens this morning on this, the final day of early voting before Tuesday's critical midterm elections. Do you feel like more people are paying attention this year?
I believe they're paying more attention, but yeah, I do vote every midterm. I hope they pay more attention, that's all I can say, because right now there's like a lot of things going on that we need to pay attention to.
It comes as the candidates continue to crisscross the state, making their final pitch to voters who still may be undecided. In the race for governor, incumbent Republican Ron DeSantis touted his legislative accomplishments while campaigning Saturday in Central Florida.
You know, the good thing about these campaigns and a guy like me who's now had the pleasure to serve is I came into office, I told you I'd do a bunch of things, and not only have I delivered, I've delivered more than what I promised.
His Democratic challenger, Charlie Crist, vowing to preserve our democracy.
Freedom is on the ballot in this election. Your right to vote is on the ballot in this election. Governor DeSantis is making it harder to vote. I want to make it easier to vote. I want to make sure that we make Election Day a state holiday. A lot of working folks have a hard time getting out to vote.
In the race for Senate, incumbent Republican Marco Rubio is hoping to get a boost today when former President Trump holds a rally for Rubio at the Miami-Dade Fairgrounds. His Democratic opponent, Congresswoman Val Demings, releasing her own ad ahead of the event, reminding voters of the many attacks Trump made against Rubio during the 2016 presidential race.
Little Marco, do you know that in Florida, they hate little Marco Rubio so much because he never votes, he never shows up to vote.
And both Crist and Demings will be holding one final Get Out the Vote event coming up in Hollywood. That will be tomorrow night. We should tell you, Governor DeSantis not expected to make an appearance today at that Trump rally. Instead, the governor will be holding his own campaign event in Miami-Dade County coming up tomorrow. But again, early voting now officially underway here for the last and final day before Tuesday's election. Polls now open until 7 o'clock tonight. And again, if you don't cast your ballot today, your last and final chance to do so will be on Election Day this Tuesday. For now, that is the latest live from Miami Gardens. I'm Trent Kelly, Local 10 News.
Trent, thank you. Remember, we have everything you need to be election ready, including a breakdown of all the big races, all the amendments on the ballot. You can just scan the QR code on your screen to check out our voter guide on local10.com.
You can also still vote by mail as long as your ballot is turned in by 7 p.m. Election Day Tuesday. We posted details on how you can track your mail-in ballot online. That's all up for you right now over at local10.com.